Life cycle presentation, The American Alligator and the Monarch Butterfly by Roberto Rochelle. The life cycle of the American alligator. Alligators, along with other crocodilians, have gone through very little evolutionary change since the time of dinosaurs. American alligators appeared about 84 million years ago, while their ancestors evolved more than 200 million years ago. All alligators live along the edges of permanent bodies of fresh water. They usually prefer slow-moving rivers, creeks, marshes, swamps, and lakes. American alligators live in the slow waters of southeastern part of the United States, from North Carolina to the Rio Grande in Texas. Alligators are considered carnivores, but have been known to eat fruit. The adult alligator feeds mainly on fishes, small mammals, and birds, but may sometimes take prey as large as deer or cattle. Younger alligators eat bugs, amphibians, and small fish. After the hard-shelled eggs are laid, the mother alligator will cover them with more sticks and mud. The sex of the juveniles is determined by the temperature of the eggs. Temperatures of 87.8 degrees Fahrenheit or below produce females. 89.6 degrees produces 75% males, and 90 degrees and above is mostly females. Towards the end of August, the young alligators begin to make high-pitched noises from inside the egg. This lets the mother know that it is time to remove the nesting material. When the eggs are ready to hatch, the baby alligators use an egg tooth on top of their snouts to break the eggshell. Alligator nests are sometimes used by other reptiles for their own egg deposition and incubation. When the baby alligator hatches, it measures about 6 to 8 inches. Newly hatched alligators live in small groups called pods. Some 80% of young alligators fall victim to predators such as birds, raccoons, bobcats, otters, snakes, large bass, and larger alligators. Females aggressively defend their young during these first few years. Crocodilians are one of the only order of reptiles that offer maternal care to their young. For about 2 years, female reptiles carry and look after their babies, making sure they are safe and well fed. Babies grow about a foot per year, so they are good-sized predators by the time they head off on their own. Alligators are social creatures and often gather in groups called congregations. These groups are typically seen basking in the sun or taking a swim. After they are 4 feet long, alligators are safe from predators except humans and occasionally other alligators. Males and females reach sexual maturity when they are about 6 feet, a length attained at about 10 to 12 years. Breeding takes place during the night in shallow waters. Males roar to attract females and to ward off other males. The male circles the female and mounts. Courtship starts in April, with mating usually occurring in early May. During the breeding season, the female builds a mound nest of detritus and vegetation in which she buries about 20 to 70 hard-shelled eggs. She guards the eggs and may at this time be dangerous. American alligators live about 50 years in the wild. Attached is the recording of a male alligator bellowing in the mating season, one of the largest and loudest reptiles in the world. Monarch butterfly. Monarchs are concentrated in North, Central, and South America. Habitat for monarchs can be anywhere, as long as there is milkweed growing there. These include gardens, managed corridors, prairies, agricultural areas, and natural and restored areas. Anywhere the milkweed is present, since this is where the females lay their eggs, and the only source of food for the larvae. You will know a female monarch butterfly is getting ready to lay her eggs when you notice her on a milkweed plant. Milkweed is a monarch's one and only food source, and monarchs will not lay their eggs on any other plant. A female monarch can only lay one egg at a time. However, she may lay as many as 500 to 700 eggs over a couple of weeks. These eggs are extremely small, white, and round. A monarch butterfly remains in its egg for less than a week before it emerges. As the larva develops, the egg changes in color. The egg is gray when it's about to hatch, and the black head is visible. If you use a magnifying glass, you can see it moving around. Eclosion, or hatching, occurs in 4 to 8 days, depending on the temperature. The monarch caterpillar is easily recognized by its vertical stripes of black, white, and yellowish green. Monarch caterpillars are in this form for approximately 2 weeks. During these 2 weeks, the caterpillar goes through many molts and growth spurts. The larva emerges to become an eating machine. 2 to 3 weeks, it grows to about 2,700 times its birth weight. The larva's fifth and final molt comes when it weighs about 1.5 grams and is about 55 millimeters long, or 2 inches. The stage between molts is called an instar. The caterpillar usually leaves its milkweed plant to pupate elsewhere as a pale green, golden spotted chrysalis. The larva finds a sheltered site and produces a tightly woven silk mat. It hooks its rear prolegs into the silk and hangs downwards. Hormones kick in, and within 2 days, the larva molts into a pupa. Chrysalis is a Greek word for gold, in reference to the gold spots around the chrysalis. Caterpillars form small green chrysalis on leaves and plants so that they can blend in. They are in this protective form for approximately 2 weeks, much like their caterpillar stage. You will know a monarch butterfly is about to emerge from its chrysalis when the color shifts from vibrant green to dark brown. While in the pupal stage, the larval tissue reassembles itself. The straw-like proboscis replaces the jaws. Wings and reproductive organs begin to develop. After about 10 days, the final molt reveals an adult butterfly. The enlarged abdomen is full of fluid. The butterfly pumps the fluid into its crumpled wings until they become full and stiff. Adult monarch butterflies hatch with their wings folded and damp. They will need some time to dry off and get used to having wings. Once dry, female monarchs are ready to reproduce, though males will need some more time to adjust, about a day or 2. Adult butterflies do not continue to grow, but remain the same size for life. However, once male and female monarchs are ready to mate, they do. Monarchs can mate multiple times during their lifespan, leading to more eggs and more generations of monarchs. The antennae detect pheromones used in courtship. Monarch butterflies live 2 to 6 weeks during summer months, and migratory monarchs live 6 to 9 months. The final monarchs born during the year are usually born in late August or September, and these are the ones that migrate. Should a migrating monarch survive their perilous journey, they will hibernate and overwinter in warm locations. Then they will begin the monarch life cycle all over again, mating and laying eggs in the early spring.